Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Collide, where I talk about all things that's happening in current events. I talk about everything from DC and Marvel, from anything that's going around with DC and Marvel. Today, my topic will be talking about Batman Return, Justice League Crisis of Infinite Earth, What If Season 3 updates, and I think that's about it. Then we have I do want to talk about Superman and Lois. Uh, I do have my co-host here with me all the time. Uh, Pat, you here?
Yo, 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 yo.
And we out here. You know what I'm saying? We out here giving good thoughts, good vibes, because this is what we love to do. We love to enjoy each thing that DC and Marvel has put combined thus this far. And to be honest with you, I'm having a good time, having an awesome time because it brings it brings light to these these comic books and how they be and stuff like that. So it's an awesome feeling. It's an awesome feeling to be a DC fan. You know, to be not only a DC fan, a Marvel fan. You know, but enough from me. We have a few uh something that I do want to entertain because I did not know this was coming. I'm glad that it is coming because it gives you a little bit of understanding what the Marvel universe is and why uh Marvel Animation What If Season 3 is coming out, and it gives you a different perspective of what's going on in phase four and five, and next year will be phase six. I know there's a lot to grasp and to try to figure out what's going on and stuff like that. And I get it. It's a lot, and for me, it's not because I like this cadence. Before we wasn't getting a lot. I don't know if you guys remember, but me and Pat would be like, "When is the next show? When is the next show?" And we didn't get nothing but Agents of Shield. We only had the movie side when it comes to Marvel. When it comes to DC, it was constant, right? Remember, Pat? It was like DC was constant with it. Was always coming out with shows, animation, and film. They were constant. With Marvel, it was like just movies, straight up movies. It wasn't that much of uh shows. I mean, there were shows, but there wasn't shows like to be like home to Disney and Marvel. That's why I'm glad that they also created Disney Plus because Disney Plus gives you what was missing, and they they give you that hook because back then you would get Agent of Shield, then after Agent of Shield you would get Runaways from Hulu because they used Hulu um, to get more audience, and then they didn't have their own app. On top of that, even though Hulu belongs to Disney, uh, if no one knows that, Disney does belong to Hulu, and Hulu used to be free. Remember that, Pat? Hulu used to be free back in the day. That's where you get all the shows. If it wasn't for Hulu, you wouldn't get uh Patrick. You wouldn't get a lot of funny shows that would come on, like SpongeBob. Without Hulu, they wouldn't, be what it is today, but it kind of fell off. So I mean, you do have shows that Hulu has, but at the same token, kind of fell off a little bit after Runaways, Cloak and Dagger, uh, The Gifted, Hellstrom, and then you had Netflix, where Marvel was trying to push. I mean, they used Netflix to have Daredevil, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones. Then you had the Defenders. So there is a little bit of that. So with that being said, why I'm bringing that to my conversation is because of What If. What If season one gave me that dynamic. Um, Without Disney Plus, we wouldn't even have What If to even talk about. On top of that, because they had banger after banger after banger with What If. What If showed you um, who Doctor Strange was and how Doctor Strange into the multiverse happened the way it happened because of what was said. And what if what if showed that complexity of who Doctor Strange is actually really is and were, and how Doctor Strange into the multiverse kind of went to a different direction. With What If, you can see those elements, you can see the dynamics, you can see how everybody is entwined to different dynamics and like that. Um, Pat, you seen What If, right?
What did you say?
You seen What If, right?
I only seen the first season.
Yeah, so you've seen the elements that it brings when Doctor Strange into the multiverse happened. You've seen that
Yeah.
element. You seen Doctor Strange zombie was in there. So it gave you that element of like, what if this could happen? If this could happen, So that's why I liked about What If. That's why they're bringing back another episode, another season in December. So I'm gonna take the time to you guys on YouTube and on Facebook to take a
Look
second
at
to chime.
Mobley. Look at him. No,
Now go ahead.
not you, not you, not you, not you.
Oh, to also check on the what's about to happen and what's to come with What If season three, and What If is not gonna be over. There's gonna be more seasons to come, and I can't wait. I'm gonna give you this time to look at What If season three. What If, so you can. This is my first time. We'll be watching it with you guys as well, and I'm gonna try to dive in on what the trailer is explaining so you can get a little hope that when you watch this season you can also enjoy it you know so I'm gonna give y'all the time. It's only 2 minutes 19 seconds. It ain't that bad.
Let's begin. Up for an adventure?
Always.
To understand, you must learn to see.
What exactly are you proposing?
It's showtime.
Here we go!
Howard, are you sure you can fly this?
Are you kidding? I'm a duck. I was born to fly. Strap in.
Oh, move over.
If we all go down, the world will be left defenseless.
This is the shot we have. We may not get another one. Let's finish it.
Oh, we're good to go.
Avenger, assemble.
Light them up now!
This is where your story ends. With some mysteries, the only answer is what if?
Maybe it's time that we called in some help?
I am Storm, Goddess of Thunder. Thunder.
And there you have it. Like, I mean, you see the elements there. Like, I could take it back from you see Storm. You see Storm right here. She says she's thunder. Like, and with the Thor hammer. Like, how she does that. Like, on some real. Like, she has the hammer, bro, and she says, "I'm Storm." Like, who does that? What if, like, did you ever think that, Pat? Storm has the the Thor's hammer, bro. The manure. Like, did you ever expected that for What If season three to even come through with this idea of Storm having the Thor's hammer, bro? How is that possible?
I mean, Thor's hammer is not really something like if you got the power, it's really more if you got the will and the faith, then yeah. It ain't really more about strength. I mean, the his hammer chooses who can
Who
lift it up and who can't.
can't? Yeah, yup. That is true. That is true. That is true. That is true. So so she is the goat of all goats, if that's the case, because like it would be like only the select few can grab it, and then this one, and then this one comes with Hulk in it. Know what I mean, this one comes with Hulk with season three, so I'm gonna like this season. This season is gonna be a lot of different elements. You different elements to it. You see a couple of people come back, like her. Know what I mean, and then you see whatchamacallit come back from Thunderbolts, and then you see Bucky come back. There's a lot of elements there that speaks what if, except for a couple of things. You know what I mean? You see a lot, and it's gonna be awesome to see about what if. What if is gonna be very, very foretelling and very forced to explain the Beyonder, or who is he, or who's talking in space that he can't change things. You know, that's who he is. You're gonna see a lot of different elements that you even see Agatha. That is Agatha right there. You feel me? So you're gonna see different elements in there that is gonna explain the story, and I can't wait to see this story. This story is gonna show a lot of faith and a lot of understanding of how are they are they expanding it? Are they expanding What If season three to become season four, or are they gonna close the chapter? It all depends on the dynamics, the elements, and the storytelling that's gonna be in this set piece. And you know, me as a Marvel fan, I can't wait to see what's gonna happen, and I can't wait to see what's to come. And I'll be here, give you guys my critique and how I understood it and how I felt about What If season three. You know, so I have the next topic I want to talk about is Justice League. Justice League, Justice League, Crisis of Infinite Earth, Part 1, 2, and 3. If you want to watch it uh, in its entirety, you can watch it on HBO Max. HBO Max has all the episodes, all the episodes. Well, you could call it a episode, but it came out. It came out on in the movie, so like it's about an hour long. It explains a lot and it foretells a lot. I know some people might when they see it, it's redundant or whatever the case may be when it comes to Justice League. But uh, like from CBR.com, it says that you know the following contains spoilers for Justice League Crisis of Infinite Earth Part 3. So I'm gonna try my best to read ahead so I can be able not make it spoilery for you, so you can get a understanding of what um he he's talking about, and it's very, foretelling because the animated trilogy, like you see here, it's a is a loyalist to already saw the iconic comic event in the Arrowverse. Yes, you're gonna see the elements there, but not the same elements because um, with the Arrowverse, you only was able to see uh, Green Arrow, Batwoman, uh, Superman, Flash, and who else was with him? And Supergirl. Yeah. With this one, you see a whole completely different um, idea, a whole completely different story because of the missing key piece that was in Arrow. That it brings this dynamic and it shows what had to be done in order for for the anti-monitor to do in order to protect certain universes. So that's what I got in part one and part two, and part three. Part three was very awesome. I'm gonna watch it again because I miss certain elements that can give you guys a conclusion of part one, part two, and part three. I want to give you guys my full uh, answer of how I'm rating Justice League and Crisis of Infinite Earth, but overall speaking, it's good um, a good movie. It was very awesome to see the different elements that I can see from the Arrowverse to this. And with the animated version, they added better elements, I say, than the Arrowverse, I would say. Watching the two different Crisis of Infinite Earth, because with the Arrowverse, they kind of messed up the ball game by bringing two flashes together, and then didn't talk about it in the movies. Like there was no point to do that if that wasn't gonna happen, And that's what this CBR.com explained. I'm not gonna hold him too bad because of his uh his way of speaking or his way of analyzing part three. But overall speaking, I love part one, part two, and three. You get to see those elements, and that's why you're gonna see as well. It's only a minute and 49 seconds. You get to see part three, and you get to understand um, how I'm transitioning and how I'm understanding the trilogy, because the trilogy is very completely different than the Arrowverse, because the trilogy explains everything within an hour, and it stuck to that. With the Arrowverse, it had to it had to do a lot of character development, and with Crisis of Infinite Earth, it didn't do that. It went straight to the point. It just went straight to the point. It may had some long winded longevity, but that's but it's all art. It's all subjective, and you have to understand the way the art is being told, so you can be able to understand it from my perspective. And I hope that you can be able to understand that as well by me giving you my honest opinion and critiquing it from the writing element, from the producing element, from how I felt that was the story was being told quicker, or did it needed to slow down in order for the character development to happen. So that's why guys, I'm giving you my honest opinion when it comes to this. And I hope that you guys like that. And I'll continue on doing that even further for the years to come, because this is what I do, and this is how I give back to um, the fans, and also the producers, and the DC and Marvel. I give back to them by me as a fan giving them my honest opinion of watching all your guys' DC shows, animation, and also to Marvel, and I credit them to give this um, stories now that we can be able to enjoy while we're still young. And some people might say, yo, they need to hurry up more, they need to be able to create this more faster. But um, technology is growing faster, technology is moving quicker, so they'll be able to move their product even further by having this technology. And without technology, there wouldn't be so much more passion into these films that fans like and enjoy. So I'm gonna also give you guys a quick trailer for Crisis of Infinite Earth. Hopefully you guys like it.
What have I done?
Welcome to the Bleed. It's a dimension that exists outside the multiverse. Thankfully hidden from the Anti-Monitor. It's not exactly...
This rat cult spreads through Gotham like a plague. I have to stop it. Even if it can...
Sorry, guys.
What have I done?
Welcome to the Bleed. It's a dimension that exists outside the multiverse. Thankfully hidden from the Anti-Monitor. It's not exactly stable. Space and time collide here.
Luthor, the top science minds on Earth 10 tell me the Bleed is tearing itself apart.
Oh, God.
Why was that thing suddenly able to locate us?
Someone inside leaked the information.
Yes. I was afraid you were losing your journalistic instincts. I face the hard truth that we're all doomed if we don't destroy this creature. We have to find its...
Kryptonite?
How can you know if what you saw was real?
I called a specialist.
The answer lies before the multiverse even existed.
Constantine, this man is from an Earth that existed before our multiverse.
It's starting reality over.
We need a miracle.
All of those worlds, there's something much worse coming.
Let's do this.
Earth 146.
They're my people. Send me home.
There you have it, guys. There you have it. That's what I like about, Crisis of Infinite Earth. It brings those elements, bro. Yo, Pat, it brings out Crisis of Infinite Earth brought out all different types of Batman, including Nightwing, bro. Including Batman Nightwing, bro. Remember back in the day they brung Batman Beyond. It's in there. It's in Crisis of Infinite Earth, bro. They bring different Batmans that was part of the Batman universe, you know, and it's in there. It's in Crisis of Infinite Earth. That's why Crisis of Infinite Earth, it talks about the same thing from the Arrowverse, but those only five key people. They didn't bring a lot of elements of different part of the Batman Batman people like Batwoman, Batman Beyond. Uh, you didn't see Red Hood. You didn't see any of those people. But with Crisis of Infinite Earth, you see that, and you see that on Crisis of Infinite Earth, like, because I'm sure Pat, you like you remember Batman Beyond, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's in there. It's in Crisis of Infinite Earth. That's why it piqued my interest to see the different elements that was in there that was way better than Arrowverse. And to watch it unfold, it was very awesome. It was very awesome to even see and enjoy, and I hope that they can be able to do more stories like that with Justice League, but with more different elements to it. And I'm gonna keep, searching for more elements that it has on Max, and so I can be able to talk about it with you guys on a quiet note when things are, just quiet, or when there's no current events. I'll bring it back in time and talk about the different things that I still can reminisce on. You feel me? So, I hope that you guys, as a DC fan, can watch Justice League Crisis of Infinite Earth. It's very awesome to see. It was very good. I didn't have no bad burden on it. I would, when I talk about this again, when I rewind and come back to again to give you my honest opinion from part one, from part two to part three, and give you guys my overall rating when it comes to Justice League. Um, and also with What If, there's also that to also talk about with the rating as well from season one, two, and three. If this trilogy is gonna be even over, or they're gonna add more to this trilogy, you know. So that's my take with Crisis of Infinite Earth. I just hope that there's more to come with Justice League, um, with seeing more elements about Batman, because that's because like people, I hope that people like the whole Batman more, because there's a lot of Batman stories that needs to be retold, um yeah, retold. I would say retold because there's also different elements that could add to Batman arsenal. You know, they could bring Batman Beyond film wise. You know, so there's elements there that can happen instead of just making it just strictly animated. But we're gonna see what's gonna happen next year, and then see what's coming next year because we we hopefully will know more. I'll definitely tell you guys what's gonna happen more into what's coming next year. I'll definitely express that to you guys as well. You know, so our next topic that I want to introduce to you guys is Batman Cape Crusader. Batman Cape Crusader was very, very awesome to see. You know, Batman Cape Crusader had the amazing like with Game Rant. Uh, Game Rant is right with me on the same thought process as well because they're on the same wavelength with me, bro. It's not even funny, like, cause like it brought the soundtrack was intentionally made to be reminiscent of the Hollywood film score from the 40s. Composed Frederick Wildman incorporated the character traits of the show's villains into musical themes. Oh, yeah, it brought a lot of musical themes. I'm sure of that, you know. Um, also, Game Rant can share an exclusive behind-the-scene video documentary, "The Making of the Batman Cape Crusader," or original soundtrack feature commentary from composer Frederick Wildman. The clip highlights the monumental efforts that Wildman put into scoring the new Batman animated show. Prime Video premiered Batman Cape Crusader on August 1st. The inaugural season of an animated series debuted as the most watched show on Amazon-owned streaming service, dethroning The Boys immediately following its release. Its original soundtrack score by Girdman composer Frederick Wildman was released via stream service on August 5th. You got five best, heroes, you know. See, that's him doing all the composing and stuff like that. So it was a lot to have with Batman Cape Crusader. He was good, I'll tell you that. Very good to watch. I didn't have a problem. It was moments where you can laugh and enjoy. You know, there was a lot of elements to that with Batman Cape Crusader. Batman Cape Crusader, with Batman Cape Crusader, I gave it a overall 8. The reason why I say 8 is because uh, it had elements to it that it finished it finished quicker, and there were all villains that Batman had to endure, and it was very awesome to see. Like the like you got Batman facing eternal youth. You got also uh, dreams of dreams in the darkness. You got Heart of Steel. Like there was a lot of different elements to it. You got See No Evil. Yo, it was just awesome to see House House and the Garden. Like there was a lot of things there that gave gave Batman Cape Crusader a nice push, a nice different way of understanding this take that you never could imagine. So like I said, it was very awesome to see. It was very awesome to check in on that, like, and to see how did it even all go about. You know, I could be wrong with that perspective, because I'm sure if we look it up together, Batman Cape Crusader reviews probably didn't even go well, but I enjoyed it. I didn't have a problem with it. Let's go with Rotten Tomatoes. Or Rotten Tomatoes, see, a 95, 94. Yeah, a 94. Like, and then not many audiences like it. They thought it was 55. You know, so it sucks, but it is what it is. They to me it was very understanding. It had a very good elements to it. The review 7.3 in IMDb, and Rotten Tomatoes you got a 94. So you you do got good ratings. Like, for example, audience review. My only comment on the D&I subject is that there is no need to force things. There's a lot in the Batman world that can be built on so it feels more natural. Just keep in mind that there are extraordinary characters like Lucius Fox, beautifully managed by Nolan and Friedman. So and Friedman in the Dark Knight trilogy, Thompson and Sophia, Falcone, Huntress, just to name a few, and also two masterfully done interpretation of Catwoman, done by African American actress. So this person's going deep. So you see, this person liked Batman Knight trilogy compared to this. That's why she wrote it the way she wrote it, and 190 people agreed with her. And it's awesome. It's awesome that she gave it a 3. She gave it a 3. Anybody with 5 stars? This person right here said this show is so amazing. So amazing. It has been over a decade now since we have gotten a Batman cartoon. So it was sort of nerve wracking anticipating this one. I was extremely excited for this show ever since it was announced at DC Fandom in 2021, and I'm so glad it lived up to the hype. I didn't see much hype around the show before it came out, and I find that very disappointing as this show was absolutely phenomenal in my opinion. I love the 1940 noir detective era they were going for, and I think it worked. 51 people said the same thing. So it's, like for this one, this person thought he was a skeptic about the new animation, but I couldn't have been more wrong. Cape Crusader is another remarkable entry into the Batman mythology, capturing the gritty and the raw aspect of Batman the animation series. So there's gonna be people that as you can see with just one star, you know, you know, this person put okay. I'm going to put in a review because I feel I thought people don't know why his fan base is negative. Shout out to all the paid positive review writing, all of them buzzwords, but trust me, one on a first watch, I'm utterly disappointed. You will sit there asking why does it feel uncomfortable to watch this. I will tell you why. Avoid readers. It's because they made it uncomfortable. It's not Batman. It's a show with Batman and the rest of the villains. Roasters is chalked up of the greatest villains of all of all times. Who is Lady Penguin? Or you can change her gender. Okay, so gave her a good backstory, purely original, right? So, you know, of course, you get the Lady Penguin. Not many people would think that, DC would change it like that. But, you got people that didn't like, there's certain people that don't like how you can change a character that that shouldn't be should be forced like that. It shouldn't be or a what if story like that. You know what I'm saying? If they had a penguin, a lady penguin before, people won't feel so upset. That's what I think. I hope that I'm wrong in this sense, uh, because that's part of storytelling. You get to bring a story that may or res may not resonate to certain fan bases when they watch Batman. And when they watch Batman, they want to get those elements back from before. They don't want any changes. Yes, they want to see different elements being changed. One, um, new villains. That's the second. You know, because they don't want to see a repeat or a rinse a repeat. That's the whole ideology of some of these fans. Some of these fans um, just wants to watch a good show. They just want to watch a good show, and that's embedded into the comic book. If it's not embedded to the comic book, how are you real? How are you genuine? You know. So that's the key takeaway when it comes to Batman, uh, K Crusader. Like, yeah, there's gonna be elements there that you may or may not like, but watch it in its entirety to give it an overall take, an overall understanding of what this was all about. You know, that's what we're here for. We're here to give each other's idea and understanding of what this film was all about, overall speaking. Again, uh, IMDb gave it a 7.3, and it's awesome. You know, it's not bad. 7.3 is not bad because there was certain elements that kind of gave it a check off. Because in order for you to get a 10 out of 10, you need three. You know, you need three more scores to give it a 10 out of 10. And with this, it was like a 2.5 that was missing. A 2.5, well, 2 3/4 or something, to 4/4, like, 2 quarters, like 2 2/4 to make a one. You know what I'm saying? So you at 30 cents. So you at a $7.30 right now. What you gonna do? Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's the element with that, with Batman Cape Crusader. With Justice Justice League, with Justice League right now, I hope it ain't higher than Batman Cape Crusader. If that's the case, that would be funny as hell. That would be very funny. Ooh, see, you get a 6.2 just for part one. But I loved it. I didn't have a problem with it. It's not a two. It's not a two for me. You know, certain people didn't. Only 195 people rated it. So, and then in IMDb, you have 66.2, and Rotten Tomatoes is like 88. So 58% of people liked it. This just part one. Part two, you got a 5 out of 5, five, 5 out of 10. So it's getting there. Same people. 58% of people liked it. This part two. That's 5.5. So, this is good. That's why I'm saying, like, the elements are there. The elements wasn't not there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you're gonna get different takes. Like IGN here gave it a 4 because probably